we have in front of us Mr. Aditya Puppala, co-founder and Chief Technology Officer of Speedloop Auto. Uh, Welcome, Aditya.
Yeah, thanks.
So, Aditya, if you can just talk about your company, what kind of segment they are into and uh, what's the, scope like at present. When are you launching your next products?
Yeah.
Yeah, over to you.
So at Speedloop, we are designing and developing natively designed right-sized electric vehicles, particularly in the commercial vehicle segment. And our prime focus currently is cargo vehicles, especially in the segment of sub 300 kgs payload capacity, where there is no right-sized mass market available solution for people for entry-level logistics. So I'm talking about logistics within a city kind of a distribution model, particularly suitable for fleet operators or driver come entrepreneurs or driver come owners. We have developed two product platforms, Croc EV, which is a 100 kg payload capacity vehicle, and then there's a Steiger EV, which is a 250 kg payload capacity vehicle. So our first product lineup, that is Croc EV, is already ARA certified, and we started deliveries to our customers. We are in the B2B space, where we primarily cater to applications like e-commerce, applications like warehouse to retail distribution, wholesaler to retailer distribution. That's how we are handling, and we have been the core focus of our vehicles is being right sized, to give the lowest total cost of ownership, the best in-class economics of rupees per kg kilometer for our customers, and we already are doing a great job at it. And even our future product lineups, they are in the same payload capacity, like I mentioned, sub 300 kgs, but complying to broader audience, especially in urban areas, towns, and villages. And at the same time, also we want to open this up to the B2C market somewhere in next year, where we can see applications. Someone buying a two-wheeler, a scooty, an old person or the family, they do not know how to drive. They are a bit scared to do that. So we are working for that market, where we are giving a small two-seater vehicle with a space just enough to buy groceries or do the shopping nearby. So the B2C market is something that we are targeting for next year. And because the product is natively designed, we have like more than 15 patents and 4 trademarks. We have been focusing upon providing a very good solution for Indian customers. So that's what we are doing right now.
So you are trying to get into the B2C space.
Yeah.
So if you can also talk about the kind of investment that has come into the company so far,
Yeah.
and what's the next round of growth you are looking at?
Yeah. So we are going in a different way of fundraising than the other peers what we have in the market. So our vehicle, because it's a new market segment creation, we are more focused upon getting the pilots and the initial lot right. So we did not do a huge amount of investment prior to validating that and finding out our niche applications, because we want to be the market leader in the niche segment what we are targeting. So far we have done like more than $1.5 million of investment in the company, and we are looking to raise more, maybe $3 to $4 million in the next year. We are more focusing upon right size, even right size R&D, such that we don't spend a lot of capital. We have a horizontally integrated supply chain, meaning we don't do a lot of in-house developments, which helps us save a lot of capex, because our focus is more on the end experience and end application. We are more focused upon the platform, the chassis, the body, on how it delivers to that. So that's how we actually avoided a lot of investment so far. And we foresee that we will be more molding to a traditional OEM model, where we will be working more on the debt side, grant side, rather than the equity side. So that's our future plan looking like. And we would like, we are on the plan chart to actually reach 10,000 to 15,000 vehicles next year. And I think we are pretty much having some good strategic partners, who can bring in the right investments to go there. Yeah.
And just lastly, I wanted to understand from your side some of the solutions offered by, through SDVs
Yeah.
are not required by the end customer of that product.
Correct.
So, for example, the government may like to use that for, say, surveillance purpose.
Correct.
Okay, so how are you trying to, integrate SDV solution so as to cater to the demands not only from the customers, the actual customers, but also from the other stakeholders such as government. If you
Yeah.
can provide
Yeah.
some color on it.
Yeah, so actually we are operating in a very ecosystem-driven solution, that is commercial vehicles, especially cargo commercial vehicles, where the end user, like you mentioned, the driver is not the buyer most of the times, and most of the times also taken on financing. So what happens is here, as a commercial vehicle, the return of investment is very, very important. So it has to be up all the time, and it has to work more than like 10 hours a day, even at multiple users' hands. So the primary observation what we had, what we are seeing as the reality is that there are multiple stakeholders other than the driver itself who are interested in the data we generate and how it can be applied. So we have, for example, fleet operators who want to like track the fleets, want to do remote monitoring, like maybe geofence something, track what's happening with with their vehicles, what they bought. And then we have insurance companies who would like to give more customized solutions based upon the previous data
Right.
that is collected. And at the same time, we have the financing companies, asset financing companies, who would like to maybe reduce the load in terms of interest on the end user by understanding how the vehicles have performed so far. And we also have government, especially coming in key employment generation opportunities. So, for example, if I talk about the delivery executive or the e-commerce delivery, there are a lot of policies that are shaping up in the
Right.
coming years that will help them provide a stable job. So at the same time, the government also wanted to interest the chunk of the market right now which is not at all regulated to be regulated, maybe to be seen in detail so that they can offer better solutions,
Right.
primarily from point of view employment generation. So they would primarily like to understand more about how the drivers are driving, how they are able to earn money from on a day-to-day basis, how the surveillance part of it. There are a lot of aspects that each of these stakeholders is interested. So as a company, we understood that there has to be an hardware preparedness at the same time software preparedness to meet these stakeholders' demand. Of course, they are new business models for the OEM like us, but at the same time, we are adding more value to the market post sale of the vehicle. So in that way, we have been preparing, while we are in the early stages, we have been preparing for at least 6 to 7 business models with 3 to 4 different stakeholders, like I mentioned before, to offer like very tailor-made solutions, so that at the end, the driver or delivery executive, he is the one who will be beneficial, because the ecosystem is basically pushing, for the rise in employment. So I think that's how we are also driving this, especially in the cargo commercial vehicle segment.
Thanks, Aditya. Thanks a lot.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for your time and your insights. Thank you. Thanks a lot.